Aha, shock, you're back in. Good boy. So we've been loft flying these birds this afternoon, got them all back in, no problems at all. Need to bring these feed trays in. Most of them have had a bit of a feed, which is good. See there's a few pairs starting to take boxes. Come on. Shock's loft flying now, but he's still learning, so it takes a little bit longer. Come on. Come on, buddy. And just hopefully in the next few weeks he'll get up in the air with the rest of them, but you know, he's had a few years of no loft flying, so he'll get there. But it's good to see that he's doing pretty well, so I'll give him a little bit of a feed in a moment. But all the birds doing pretty well. The falcons are back. So yesterday, after we finished the video, the falcons gave the birds that were hanging around outside a really good touch up. Got them all back in, but I'll tell you what, that's I'm pretty sure it was a big hen, and she was really giving them a hard working. And same thing this afternoon as well. These guys were out for not realistically not very long at all, and the falcon was onto them again. It's just got to that time of year again. This is our problem. We're trying to get the birds ready after, you know, some of these are still molting, but trying to get them ready to race, and the falcon's just working pretty hard, and it's really hard to keep them in the air and get the fitness up. This is the same problem we had last year. So yeah, I don't know how we'll go, but we'll just do what we can do. And we've got some more of the little ones at the moment. It kind of feels like there's a lot less birds in here, but we haven't really lost any, so I just don't know what's going on. Maybe they're all sort of spread out a bit more, but luckily enough, these ones haven't had to run in with the falcon just yet, and it's probably a good thing because they're still sort of finding their bearings about everything. They're all trapping pretty well anyway, no problems. But yeah, it's just that falcon. I think once they have that first run in with him, might be a little bit of trouble. We might potentially lose a few then. We had a problem last year with that, the falcon scaring them off the top of the loft, and they just keep flying and don't look back, and then they don't come back. So hopefully this year we don't have that problem too much anyway. So it's all looking reasonably good. I'd say I can see one grizzle there. The other one must be here somewhere. It's easier to notice when there's colours not here. So no, that's right, the other grizzle isn't here. Oh, there you are. You had me worried there for a second. I thought you'd been eaten. But they're all here, which is good. It's hard to tell if we don't lose, like, we can really only tell if we lose colours, but there's not too many colours this side. There's 3 ash reds, recessive red, and 2 grizzles, so it's a little bit easier to sort of keep track of them. And then this side's all doing pretty well. Whiteface was up there with the falcon too today. There's only a couple left out, and she was one of them, and the falcon was chasing 3 of them. One of Rosetta's babies was the main one it was after, and that Rosetta one was really giving them a work. I was pretty impressed how that one, it was a big blue bar. So where's that one gone? It was the one that was going to send to Meadows. I don't know where that one's gone, but that was the one that was really giving them a work. It could be more, maybe that one. Oh, there he is at the back there. So that's the one there. The big blue bar that we was going to send to Meadows on loft race, but I said nope, I like that one, I'm going to keep it. So yeah, the falcon was really struggling to keep up with him today. It was pretty funny, but moving along pretty well. We've got to get a wriggle on. We've got like 11 weeks I think before the first race, so hopefully most of these birds are still here. We'll just see how we go with the training, which will start in, I don't know how many weeks, generally 4 or 5 weeks before the race season. We'll have a quick look in here because we should be expecting the second egg from this round, which she should have laid this afternoon sometime, which we'll have a little bit of a look. And there we are there. So we've got the 2 eggs, which is really good. Hopefully that second one, if anything, should be the one that's fertile, unless it was developing beforehand. But we did give the big boy here a bit of a trim up around the vent. It's a really good trim, I tell you. I went down as low as I could, and I cleared out as much area as I could, just to give us the biggest advantage as we possibly can with him being a little bit fertile. Adam's assured me that he has bred in the last 12 months. He's had around the babies, so I'm hoping that we can get him to give us a couple of babies. But at this point is proving quite difficult, but hopefully it changes now. So the two different things that we have done is we've gave him a really good shave underneath, which we will probably have a look at later on to see if people think that's acceptable. And I'm currently putting like a water soluble vitamin mix in the drinks as well, so hopefully that will be beneficial to both the hen and him as well. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes, but she's looking pretty good. She's got her eggs there, and hopefully, well, fingers crossed they're both fertile. If they're both fertile, I'll be over the moon. I'll be so happy, because it is a little bit of work, a little bit of adventure, this one anyway. But given the breeding of this cockbird, it's one of those things that it's worth risk taking, especially now that basically Australia shut the borders off to any new imports coming in anytime soon. So it's going to be very difficult to get some birds into the country. So they're going to dry up pretty quickly, a lot of the certain lines, because we're not refreshing them. But yeah, we'll see. Definitely still plenty of good birds around, no doubt about that, but birds on his line, probably not. And while we're here, we'll have a quick little look. So I've gone in here and gave it a good clean out this morning. I don't know if you've gave me an egg yet, so I've put a little feed tray in here for these ones. These are the last two we're finishing off. Hopefully I've put it over this side so not too many see it. And I'm only giving these guys their daily feed now, which I don't want the food sitting here all the time, so I'm trying to wind down on having too much food sort of laying around everywhere. But a lot of the birds, some are fair way through the molt, some are almost done, some haven't even started yet, which is interesting. I was having a look at some of Rosetta's babies this morning. There's a short there actually I put up earlier on, that is all her, well, not all her babies, but the 6 oldest ones. And they're just finishing off their tail, and I think they're on probably halfway through their third last flight. So I feel like that's pretty good progress for those birds. They're moving pretty quickly. I'm not sure if they just molt a lot quicker, but there's three rounds there, and they're all pretty much molted at the same time. So I'm pretty happy how they're coming along. They're actually well ahead of a lot of the other ones, which is really good to see. So we'll see how we go, which they should be pretty ready for the race season, the time that sort of ticks around. So yeah, we're moving along slow. I was hoping this little hen was going to give us an egg, which is Storm, but it's not really looking like it at the moment, so we might have to take that nest bowl out. I'll give her another day. It's probably still, you know, it's probably pushing it, but we could still probably try and get a potato ring on it. But I've candled these ones before, and both of those are well on their way and both fertile, which is good. And then I've done the same here as well. So we should, in theory, as long as no more issues occur or crop up, we should be pretty right to get all 4 rings onto all 4 of those babies, because we've got 4 rings, we've got 4 eggs. So yeah, didn't quite work out, but anyway, I feel like we'll get there. These ones here are definitely what I'm looking at. I think those will, so far their babies have been pretty good, and we'll have a closer look at the babies that we've already got from them so far. But these ones I'm still 50-50 about, but they definitely can do it though. They're pretty good, these ones in the one loft. So we'll see if the birds that I've got off this line can do the similar in that. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.